Welcome to the house that Rockne built. Leahy turned into legacy, Parsegan renovated, and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Yellow Jackets offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. A quick pass to the left. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Here comes the option. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking for a man. It's King. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they get the sack just like that. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback, the easier it becomes to call defense. That guy is an absolute stud.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Splits the uprights. It's good. Wait just a second. There is a flag on the play. If this is on the defense, it could be a first down. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. A little screen to the running back. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner is stopped. So Notre Dame's offense has the ball for the first time. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I am taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Irish send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, the ground game. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Trying to get to him. Quickly out to the tight end. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Ready to fire from the pistol. The play action fake. Pocket starts to collapse. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's long. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He got it. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. RPO complete to open the drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's open. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done there.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Still on his feet at the 45. Bulldozes his way through. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
3rd down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. On to attempt the try. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over the Pandas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Back to throw, it's King. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden Tates, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Leaves it with the back. And he's knocked down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They'll go right back to him. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. Took a shot as he threw. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response?
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Ready to try the point after. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink. And
the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Young. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
Yeah, and welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Notre Dame right back to the line. On third down, going up top. Quick strike complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. A lot of urgency for this offense. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Looking for a gap, it's Love. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. No good. Still up by 8 after the miss. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. He'll do it himself. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. To the air. It's King. Got his man on the right. How much lingerie is this guy going to leave on the deck as he gets it down to the 25? Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. Comes out throwing on first down. Might be looking to run. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Mississippi State is in serious trouble right now. I'm not sure some folks won't be asking for a refund on their NIL investment. A putrid performance in Starkville. They're trailing by 21 to Tennessee. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Dances away from one. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Now they'll try the right side. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Back to pass, it's King. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They'll throw it on first down. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Swings it out to the flat. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. And they're not on the same page there. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving away from pressure. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
I'll tell you what, after that big gainer on third down, you might think about your quarterback running it again down here. It's hard to throw down close inside the 10-yard line.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the catch on the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll start this drive firing. And the quarterback is snowed under. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Snags it quickly on the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Up-tempo for the offense. They'll give it to the back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Snares it outside. It's Love. After the short completion, it's now second down. Trying play action. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. With the catch, it's Payne. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. The give to the tailback. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. And now on second down for this offense. Back to throw, it's King. Quickly to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. The give from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Throwing right. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Coming after him. dances away. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal coming up. Pushes ahead. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Trying to slam in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And this one splits the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Baylor took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Bears that fired on all cylinders. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Turns it on down the left side. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Irish! This is his personal resume reel, trying to win the Bolitnikoff Award or something.
Highlight after highlight after highlight. He's going to go to social media. He's going to post these. Hey, a lot of likes, a lot of love, a lot of shares with those plays.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. It's a draw. creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback size, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the move from inside is 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Here come the Irish back on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Steps away to find some room. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's King. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now they'll run the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fair catch called for and made. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Notre Dame right back to the line.
Yeah, I love that the QB understood I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a first down.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Complete on 3rd down. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And the Yellow Jackets will move the sticks. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Dropping back, it's King. He makes the connection. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Off play action. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. That thing goes straight up like a rocket. Tell the blimp guys to look out. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll keep it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll run it from the gun. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the catch. It's Williams. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They'll try the run. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Leaves it with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. A high kick trying to pin them deep. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. At the 45 on his way. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he got loose, it was all over. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Miami is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that may get its own 30 for 30 after this one. They're up by 28 over the Sharks. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's King. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. The Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. Back to the air one more time. Got it in the middle. It's long. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
This time he's got it. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Pressure, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under could have been worse. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Running back searching for a hole. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Zings it complete to the right. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today we have a terrific clash in store. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Notre Dame's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David. The offense set for a first down play. He's going to pass. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Makes his connection. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
Red pass, it's complete. Touchdown, Irish! What a grab and go for the score.
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Haynes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Orange offense will get its first chance now. And how about this matchup we'll see today between 2 tremendous tight ends, David?
I mean, 2 guys that are so fun to watch that really make defense hard. Like, how do you want to play this guy? We're going to see which defense can step up and try to stop these elite tight ends.
Yeah, it's not often that you say the tight end is the key to the offense's success. Both of these teams feel that way, though. So which of these 2 dudes can make the most plays today?
Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Ross Simmons. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The give to the back. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. They'll give it to him again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Wide receiver shows motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense going all in to stop the run. Running back goes in motion. Well, jet sweep pass. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. Looking to throw, it's Hart. It's complete.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Notre Dame right back to the line. Snap from the gun on third down. Using the quick game. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Looking to throw on third. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That's one of the reasons I love this linebacker, man. He can rush the passer. He does a great job timing his blitz, and with that speed, he's able to get home quickly.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. He's looking to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
Syracuse right back at it. Davis will throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there. They're pinning their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
The Orange will have to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. The short hands, it's Williams. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And how about this? It's a strong safety who spins down in the box all the time and usually plays run. You could tell, saw pass, diagnosed it, and went and got the quarterback on the ground.
Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pass on the way, it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
This time they'll go to the running game. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Syracuse right back at it. They'll run play action. Trying to get behind the defense. Reels it in down the left side. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he doesn't quite get the score. Ridden out of bounds at the 3. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 4 over Coastal Carolina. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that. He lofts one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They're trying to get to him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man to the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. A first down run on the doorstep. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Give to the back. Hard running there. The ball's free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Here come the Irish back on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the ball is loose on the return. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it. You
can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Catch in the middle, it's McCray. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Going with the counter play here. He's there to make the stop. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Williams.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
On the option. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Makes a man miss. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Davis looking to pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Here come the Irish back on offense. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He fires one deep down the right side. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Bunch formation for these receivers. He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ross Simmons. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Touch pass on the run. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. He's got the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The run from the shotgun. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. Trying to pick up a first down. He'll throw on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Gadsden. Touchdown, Cuse. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to UCF. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
They'll go to the ground. Quick spin on the ride. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Right back to the well.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Pulls it in. It's Williams. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field.
He's got it. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Notre Dame! If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Davis will throw. Got the back over the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Feeling some heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Orange will have to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll call for the fair catch here. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He'll pitch it. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Open runway ahead. Past the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge